So I was in the mall with my daughter and I said, what am I going to talk about on my next Selfie Secrets? And she said, well, you've just been moaning about what you can and can't buy in the shops here to wear. What about clothes? What about makeup? It's a bit obvious, isn't it? Lots of people do clothes and makeup over 60, but I thought, why not? Let's talk about it. So my mother passed away early September. She was 94. That's pretty good going, isn't it? And I know they say a lot of things are genetic, and it certainly was for me and my mum. My mum always took good care of herself, used lots and lots of face creams and things. Helena Rubinstein or something in those days. I don't know if they still sell that. But she had all these little capsules, used to put them on her face, but it seemed to make very little difference. As maybe it is when she hit 60, and she always said that, the crags started to come. Well, mine are beginning to mimic, can you see there and up here, exactly what she had, and I've never smoked. I promise you, I've never smoked. And so she did, but I still seem to have these crags coming in. And I'm noticing that a lot of the videos that I'm doing, Khalid Al Ameri, is that I'm getting roles for old lady. Now they say to me, old lady over 60. I don't, as you know, I don't see that as old, but it's really easy for them because they can just fill in the crags and the cracks with the makeup. Really easy. I'll go on to makeup after the clothes actually, so I've digressed a little bit here. But so in terms of clothes, my mother was always quite modern with her clothes. I wouldn't say she had the most amazing sense of style of her own particularly, but she didn't do the whole granny jumper knitted thing. And she was quite modern and quite trendy. And she was obviously had a lot of good fun in the 60s. I think my day was more the 70s. And that's when we wore loons, which were actually very low rise trousers, a bit like jeans with a big flare. And they came in different colors and they buttoned up at the front. And of course now there are shops that sell things like that. It's all back in again, the whole 70s vibe and the colours and the smock tops and things like that. So when we go shopping, living in Dubai, amazing amount of stores, but it's very young. And I'm thinking, could I still wear it? Because I'm 66 now. Can I still wear those things? Why shouldn't I wear those things? Well, quite apart from the fact that I can't get into most of them. I would say I'm probably a bit Rumpelstiltskin. That's how I describe myself. If you saw me standing up, I've got quite skinny legs actually. They're not too bad. If you could just see my legs and not the rest of me, it'd be great. But I've got big boobs, definitely got big boobs. I'm a size 16. And I know lots of women would love that, wouldn't they? Lots of women would love that, but it depends which way they face. Put it that way, you know. It depends whether they're looking up to the sky or they're sweeping the leaves. Think more for me, more sweeping leaves. So that's when they're not, you know, lifted up with something. So I cover it quite well, but trying to find clothes here is really hard because at the moment it's all those little crop tops, isn't it? With your belly showing and lovely little slim jeans or the jogging bottoms. Everybody's out jogging, aren't they? They're all wearing those very casual clothes, which are lovely. But when I wear the jogging bottoms, to put a top over a t-shirt over, again, I've got this barrel type top and I do look like Rumpelstiltskin. So most, you know, the major stores are difficult because they're not catering for people like me. I'm also short. I'm also only 5'1". At the moment, lots of dresses in the stores that are very, for tall people with a belt around the middle, those are the curvy people. Lots of people with big boobs have got curves. So they make oversized clothes, or plus size they call it, don't they? They make plus size clothes and the women look wonderful in them because they've got such gorgeous curves. They look so sexy. But I don't. I think it may be more wondering about what our skin might look like. I've got very blonde skin and you'll see there's lots of little brown patches on it. And when I go into the makeup places here, you know, the stores that sell all the brands of makeups and perfumes, I always get collared by one of the assistants and they always say to me, come here, I can do something for those brown spots. So it's really, really hard to find clothes that I think are suitable. Gypsy skirts are in. I've actually got 2 gypsy skirts. And then I remember back to my mother. I can remember when she was about 70 and I went to see her and she was wearing a gypsy skirt and a strappy top. Now look, I've got strappy top and I'm thinking it's looking okay. I hope it's looking okay, but it is covering up quite a lot of the wrinkles here. But I did used to think, oh, Mum, mutton dresses, lamb, please, not those. But am I right to think like that? Should I be thinking, no, it's fine. We can wear whatever we want. So yeah, maybe over 60 you become a bit more self-conscious in a way, but in other ways you don't give a stuff. But it's the comments maybe that come from family. Now, husband, typically, do you like my hair better short? Because he used to love my hair long and curly. Definitely. Much more suitable for your age. Oh, okay, thank you. But you think it looks okay? Yeah, thank you. What about this dress with this top that's got, you know, a roll neck and covers up my arms and sleeves? Definitely much more suitable for your age. Funny that, because I'm just trying to work out who his favourite person is that he watches the most on TV. Oh, that would be Madonna, wouldn't it? Now, she's my age. She's also 66. And what does she look like? I mean, she's mostly uncovered, mostly in sort of, you know, basques and bra type tops. I actually think she's changed considerably. She even looks Chinese now. So isn't it funny that how men always have the dual standards? I've noticed that. I get the sack dress for Christmas, you know, yet they look at the women online with the lovely little tight dresses. But yeah, the age thing with clothes, I just don't know if we're supposed to be a bit more demure. I did read something about the French and how the French take one piece off and they always wear a watch. In fact, I put my watch on the other day. I've got a lovely Longines watch, actually, which I show off about a bit. It's my only designer thing I've got because I'm not really into designer wear. But it does look quite nice. I was thinking, do I look a bit French today? So they always look quite chic, don't they, along with the Italians. Is it, though, because they spend a lot of money on one piece? Do they spend a lot of money on a cardigan? Are they not going around the cheap shops? I'm quite good at spotting a bargain, and so I don't care whether it's designer, whether it's cheap stuff, wherever you buy it from, Max or wherever. If it's nice, I'll buy it and I'll team it with something else. But the age thing, yeah, I suppose I am a bit more aware now. I am thinking I'm not going to wear a gypsy skirt because I think it is going to look a bit wrong on me. But maybe someone of 70 could wear a gypsy skirt. And then there's the whole makeup thing, isn't there? And you're not supposed to wear matte because that sits in the cracks. I noticed as well, I went into a well-known makeup store here, and the other week, again, I was with my daughter, and she was coming up to my daughter and asking questions, and I was wanting to buy a specific foundation for my face that I'd seen online work really well with older skins because it was good coverage to cover these, you know, little brown spots and this big one I've got here, but I haven't got it on today. But it's matte. And so I said to the girl, I'm a bit worried about this being matte because I have heard you're not supposed to put matte makeup onto older skins. And she said, oh, no, not really. She didn't help me at all. And my daughter and I worked out it's an age thing. And because I'm older, she really wasn't interested in me. Do you know what? There is some kudos at times in being a bit older. And I'm going to mention Khalid Al Ameri. And again, I'm going to hashtag him on this. Because although he's not over 60, I have done a video with him. And we had to grey up the hair and stuff. So I looked older than that. And so... It's quite funny, really. I went to have my foot massage the other day because I've had my toes, some of my toes straightened and realigned. And finally, I'm over that. I went for a foot massage at the local place I usually go to have nails done and things. And I went up to reception and this girl said, oh, madame, you are our VIP guest. I said, really? Oh, is it because I've had my toes done? No, madame, please, come. I can sit on special chair because you with Khalid Al Ameri. Oh, you know Khalid Al Ameri. I thought, okay. So that gives me kudos, not for being me, but for who I know. Quite funny, really. But thank you, Khalid, for giving me the chance to get some kudos over 60 at last. Digressing, aren't I, away from clothes and makeup? Yeah, but that's another thing. So they wanted me, first of all, they said they wanted me to be an old lady of 60. I said, well, I am over 60 and I don't think I'm an old lady. So they said, oh, well, yeah, you don't really look that old. So maybe we can grey you up and make you look about 70, something like that. So that's what we did. And then it was a case of, well, what clothes to wear then? What would a 70-year-old wear? So typically it was sort of a peachy top, a lilac cardigan and some pearls. But again, that's the stereotypical old lady, isn't it? Which obviously worked brilliantly for the video, but it's not what I want to wear when I'm 70. I'm not going to wear that when I'm 70. I doubt I'll still be wearing this because I know the wrinkles will come here, and I just don't want to put people off their dinner if we're having a meal together, and I think it might. What about stores then? Do you think we should have stores for over 60s? And if we did have a store for over 60s, what would we put in there? Well, in my case, it would be wider shoes. Gosh, I've had such problems with my feet, with misaligned toes, toes turning in, wide feet, that kind of thing. I've now got straight toes, and on the fourth one, it was kind of curling in like this. And so the nail has always been underneath, and now it's on top. And I'm going along at the moment, walking along, feeling very proud, thinking, oh, look, my toenail. You can see that painted toenail. Well, everyone else's look like that anyway. With the clothes, with the makeup, you know, do we do something different from when we're younger? Should we wear something different? Should we wear the same stuff? I think it's a personal choice, to be quite honest. I think it's a personal choice. And I think if people want to be themselves, then why not? People will make comments, people will judge, as with anything, but I think you should just be yourself and enjoy how we look for as long as we can. And if I live till I'm 94 like my mum, I'll be well chuffed.